Welcome to another live streamed episode of A Different Day with Ja and hello. Hello. Welcome to another live streamed episode of A Different Day with Ja and
I can't hear you. Good afternoon. What's happening?
Jesus Christ. Come out and come back. Come, you know what you're doing. Come out.
Come out?
Yes. Oh God! Hey, welcome to another live stream episode of A Different Day with Ja and Crucian girl Neci. She's coming back in. We're gonna give her a little chance because she's having some technical difficulties. That's the problem when you go live. You never know what's actually gonna happen. We don't wait a second. We don't give it a second unless you come in. But we got a great show for you guys. Thanks for joining. If you're just now, hold on, let's see. There she is. All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Is it always you on that dance? We gotta get you something else. Hey, sir.
This is the remnants of the retrograde. Like it still have like little trinkets happening in the back. Okay.
It is. Let's try that one more time. Welcome to another live streamed episode of A Different Day with Ja and
Neci. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We got a great episode for you. If you're just now tuning in, go ahead and share the live. Tell people that we are live so they can see for themselves what we got going on. We got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a great show. First and foremost, how are you feeling today, ma'am?
I'm alive. I have my health. Things are going wrong, but that's the part of the circle of life. But things are going right also. So hey, I'm saying 6'1", she says 6'7". I don't know what I mean, but whatever that, I am between there somewhere.
Yeah, you use it right. For you not to know what I mean, you use it right, so that'll work. So tell us out there, how was your week? If you just now join us, let us know how was your week. My week was busy. I've been working 6 days a week myself. Gotta get that money, man. With the price of gas and electricity and everything going up, my damn car insurance just went up, and I really want to swing a name at us. It's a lot, so you gotta go out and get this money. We still don't know where the prices are going to fall. With gas prices going up, everything else going to increase. Food was done too high. I hate to go grocery shopping. I wish I could just not eat, but it's necessary.
Liquid diet meat ASAP.
Hey, listen, I really rather eat my calories, but a liquid diet feeling like that's the way to go to it. Damn, things getting expensive, very expensive. We got a great show today. Later on in the show, we have a partnership. We have one of our sponsors, Tropical Ice Goddess LLC. We will be doing an ice cream giveaway. She is a local merchant selling her ice cream down in Crucian town. Friend of the show, we love her to death. Miss J, we see you. We're going to be doing the giveaway. We got 12 names. 12 names total. No. You can't. No. That's not how it works.
I can't be in the raffle?
Absolutely not. It would be unfair. You know that. You know how this goes already. But stay tuned for the giveaway so you can get your free ice cream. Hey, she got it.
But hey, I got it figured out. So send it to me.
Okay. Send it to you how? I gonna tell you live. You gonna enter the names and we gonna run it live.
I gotta.
What are you How you want me to send you the names? That's what I want.
Text me.
The show live. The show is on right now. Like we're here right now.
Oh, go ahead.
We're gonna do a giveaway a little bit later in the show. Keep it tuned. Keep it locked right here. We are live streaming on the #1 station in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Row 101.3 Row FM. So go ahead and you can also view us over there. You can go to Same Differences Facebook page, or you can view through our YouTube page at VI_very_own. All right, but we're gonna get into it. First and foremost, I don't know if you know, whoever's tuning in out there, it is U.S. Virgin Islands History Month. All month is almost over, but we're still celebrating. And we want to shout out the Ricardo Richards Elementary School. This is your alma mater, right? You used to go to this elementary school?
That's my kids' alma mater.
Your kids' alma mater. All right. We want to big them up because on March 5th, our students came to school dressed in their Sunday best as part of our month-long Virgin Islands History Month celebration. In Virgin Islands culture, wearing your Sunday best reflects a proud tradition of dressing with care and respect for church, family gatherings, and important community events. It's a beautiful reminder of the values and traditions that have been passed down through generations. Our students truly showed up looking their best. And prepare for this cuteness overload that I'm about to hit you with. Check out these cutie patooties.
Look the fan. Yes, with the hat. Yes.
Hey, what partner with the cowboy hat to the right?
Okay, I see them. They're so cute.
Teacher stepping out like she's going to the races. You check her in the back.
Best, Sunday best. Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's adorable. She like she's stepping into the 1920s, going dancing. Look at that. I love it. And we got the bow tie going on. My boy got on the crocodile gaiters, slipping and sliding on them. Not the suspenders. Where do you know? I don't know. I don't shop for fancy clothes enough to even know where to get suspenders. But he got on these little adorable, like mini person suspenders. I'd love to see it. Look at her.
Oh, it's the hair. Okay, the hat or the feather in the hair. Okay.
Children and their smiles. Look. See that? Looking like she don't want me to. You check the pose.
Okay, they got a pose. Right.
Why my girl up here to the front like what? They didn't tell her which camera to look at?
You know that parents be snapping in multiple directions. You know how we get when we get our kids them dressed up.
I like that front line. They going hard, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Watch on boy with his Hawaiian Sophie shirt. I love it. So,
nice.
Big up to Ricardo Richards Elementary School. We see you. Y'all had them children stepping on for that big way. Love to see it. Thank you. Please keep in mind every Sunday we're here between 4 to 6, and we want your good news. So if you have a birthday, anniversary, you see something like that, you see the kids stepping out, Easter's coming out, you want to just say big up, shout out, congratulations to someone, send us your good news. DM, same difference, and we'll go ahead and shout you out live on air like we just did. We got one more shout out we want to give to the Virgin Islands' very own PUMPA, the Energy God.
Okay.
He performed for... What school is that again? What's the Burby Larson School to get them ready for the tests that they got coming up. They sent Pumpa to pump up the students before they took the quiz. And my man was large and in charge. We got some videos we're going to show you. Check this out. We got 2 videos. Check out this first one. And you'll see why we call him the Energy God.
And the Makajumbis is poor, the Makajumbis too. Okay, I like the energy inside here. Y'all ready for the test next week or what? No? Well, if you ain't ready, you better be ready, because the test ready for you. You have to be ready for the test, right? We want flying colors next week. Flying colors next week. When I come back here, I don't want to hear nobody getting no F and no C's, okay? Only A and B. Big scores, right? Right down, friends. Right down, friends. Right down, friends. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. Give me the next one. We go to A. Why, yo, yo, yo. Why, yo, yo, yo. Why, yo, yo, yo. Why, yo, yo, yo. 1, 2. Everybody say hands up, out, in, down, hands up, out, in, down, hands up, out, in, down, hands.
Wait, we ain't done yet. There's more. They had Mokojumbis in attendance. Like, the school went all out for the kids, and Pompa was leading the line. Check this one out.
Everybody gonna tramp, right? And we gonna have a nice time, right? Nice time, right? That is it. And the big 8th graders and 7th graders, are you ruling it back, right? Are you controlling it back? Are you controlling it back? Here's the big boys then, you understand? So we have the Moko Jumbies in front and the 7 and 8 graders controlling the middle section to the back. I want to see if you guys are responsible. Because you have to give the kids responsibilities, you understand? I have to learn how to be responsible, right? Yeah. Somebody say yeah. Are you ready to tramp around the auditorium and show them Paul B is the real fetting place? Paul B know how to fet, right? So are you ready? Say yeah. Say yeah. Moko Chumbi, you ready? You guys are gonna tramp and go around. I want you guys go to the back and come all the way back up in front, okay? This is a Paul B tramp. This ain't no regular tramp. This is a dolphin tramp. Give me the beats again. Let's go. Jump. Look at Bacchanal. Let's go. Bounce, Bobby, bounce. Bounce, Bobby, bounce. Bounce, Bobby, bounce. Everybody put your hands up. Put them up. Put your hands up. Put them up. Hands up. Put your hands up. Put them up. Put your hands up. Put them up. Bouncing. Everybody bounce to me. 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 Bounce. Everybody hands up. In the air. And in the air.
Are we jealous yet?
Very.
Pearl Larson is taking new approaches to getting the children hyped about schooling, and I wish all schools did this, because imagine how drained some people are in the morning. This gonna get you ready. You turn it up.
You need to make me a video for in the morning. Like
reach out to the barman. Reach out to see what he'll do. I mean, all you gotta do is really just record. I would like to see his morning routine for real, because damn.
Imagine.
I want to see, because
you try and sleep and your alarm go off. We trumpet, whoa.
That is an alarm that everybody needs to start their day in the morning. Shout out hometown hero Pumpa, and big up Pearl B. Larson School for trying different things to get their students locked in, engaged, and excited.
Yeah.
It would work. It would work on me. I gotta say, that would work on me. Hey, imagine coming to school and that's the first thing, man. Big up Pearl B, man. I'm jealous. All right, let's get into some local VI news. The big headlines, we're going to touch on those today. First things first, federal prosecutors have accused longtime Virgin Islands public official Carlton Dow of using false income information, fraudulent lease agreements, and another person's identifying information in connection with mortgage refinancing applications, according to a 9-count federal indictment returned in the U.S. District Court for the District of Puerto Rico. Yeah, boo. The indictment does not accuse Dow of public corruption tied to his government office. Instead, the allegations focus on loan documents prosecutors say were submitted to Banco Popular de Puerto Rico while Dow was seeking to refinance existing mortgage loans. An indictment is a formal accusation, not a conviction, and the allegations must still be proven in court. I like how, the consortium making sure that they clear up everything in this, I'm paying attention. I see you. They're making sure they make that known. All right. According to the charging document, prosecutors allege that between on or about March 18, 2021 and on or about November 10, 2023, Dow knowingly carried out a scheme to defraud Banco Popular de Puerto Rico, an FDIC-insured financial institution, in order to obtain money under the bank's custody or control. The indictment alleges that Dow submitted loan applications containing materially false information in order to refinance existing mortgage loans, falsely stated his income, submitted fraudulent lease agreements, submitted lease agreements with purported tenants that contain materially false information, and caused the submission of a forged signature of a purported tenant and real person on a fraudulent lease agreement used to support a loan application. Federal prosecutors say those alleged misrepresentations were material because they influenced and were capable of influencing Banco Popular's decision to approve the loans. Counts 1 through 4 charge bank fraud. Those counts are tied to alleged false statements made in support of a Banco Popular loan application on March 18, 2021, and another loan application on October 14, 2023, November 6, 2023, and November 10, 2023. You were filing these loans back to back. Counts 5 through 8 charge false statement on a loan application. Count 5 alleges that on or about March 18, 2021, Dow falsely stated he was to earn an expected monthly payment of $4,500 from a lease agreement with a person identified as MN, even though prosecutors say MN was not leasing any property from him. Counts 6, 7, and 8 allege that on October 14th, November 6th, and November 10th, 2023, Dow falsely stated he was to earn an expected monthly payment of $15,500 from a lease agreement with a person identified as JP, even though prosecutors say JP was not leasing any property from him. On those counts, the indictment also alleges that Dow knowingly made false statements and reports and willfully overvalued land, property, and security for the purpose of influencing the bank's action on the loan applications. Count 9 charges aggravated identity theft. Prosecutors allege that on or about March 18, 2021, Dow knowingly transferred, possessed, and used without lawful authority another person's means of identification during and in relation to the alleged bank fraud and false statement offenses. The indictment specifically identifies that means of identification as the name and signature of MN. The indictment also includes a forfeiture notice. It states that if Dow is convicted, the United States will seek forfeiture of any property constituting or derived from proceeds allegedly obtained directly or indirectly as a result of the charged offenses. The filing further states that the government may seek substitute property up to the total value of those proceeds if the original property cannot be located through due diligence, has been transferred or sold, has been placed beyond the court's jurisdiction, has been substantially diminished in value, or has been commingled with other property that cannot be divided without difficulty. Woo! Woo! So that's a lot, Mr. Doe, and they put all the charges from 1 through 9, what's going on, and like that. Yet another person accused of bank fraud with Banco Popular is crazy. And why are you using other people's ID? Like, you're a known official. Okay, what do you have to say, ma'am?
I must have missed the corruption class in high school because I didn't take that class and I didn't get no credit for it. Because it's like every week we have to report on some kind of accusation of corruption. I don't understand. And again, innocent until proven guilty and all of that. But it's the accusations. Like, it's so rampant.
Facts. Allegedly, we got to put all that. This is allegedly. And
accusations. I have accusations.
Yeah. Disclaimer: the views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of the broadcaster. We got to say that. So if you want to hold anybody responsible, hold me, solely me, responsible for any opinions that are broadcast on here. All right. So these are solely our opinions and what we think. Now, I agree with you. It's very strange, but it's also like a sign of the times that we have so many officials that are resorting to fraud and scams and all of this other stuff to get money. And it's like people that we think make good money at that already. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it has to go back to what's the state of the territory that we live in. Mm-hmm. What makes you think that you could get away with this, for one? You must have seen it, must be privy to some sort of stuff that makes you think that you'll be able to get away with it.
Mhm.
Now, Mr. Dow, he has made some statements. Well, it's not directly statements about his innocence, but you could tell what he's alluding to in the next video I'm about to show you. Check out what Mr. Carlton Dow has to say.
I leave you now with something that my mother, who has since passed, and the older people would say something to you, and as a child, it meant nothing. But today, let me share this with you. Growing up, my mother would tell me that when she was heading home from school, a bunch of school children, she was from the British Virgin Islands, Tatola. And when all the school children am going home, along the way, there were so many 5-10 mango trees. And this one mango tree, all the school children them would stop and throw stone. The tree was so big. Throw stone to knock the mangoes down to get them so that they can eat those mangoes. But she always said there were so many other trees. Why they would do that? And she reminded me, son, folks would only throw stones at a tree that bear fruit. Thank you and God bless.
So that's quite the parable, but it's like, who are you in this parable? Are you the one they're throwing stones at, or are you thieving mango? But you know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, it isn't clearly him stating that he's innocent or guilty or whatever, but it's clear what he's alluding to in that story. I like the story. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I did. Me too. Man say he's the best mango tree on the block. he bearing fruit. You're just a mango tree by gender, but I am producing nothing. I'm producing no ears. No results.
I mean, the thing is, like, what if the mango tree is bearing rotten fruit? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what's spreading? Are the trees infected?
And that would be on the person throwing the stone who wants the fruit, right? So
exactly. Ah, man. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Mr. Carlton Dow, and he is recently retired, if I'm not mistaken, from VI Port Authority. He has a pretty good record according to the VI Consortium, but here we are. And now you're leaving out with a tarnish on your record because of this. All right, on to the next thing plaguing the territory is what? More thefts. Police say armed suspects dressed in black targeted 9 businesses around Frederiksted on March 19th, fleeing on foot as investigators urged owners to improve lighting, install cameras, and stop leaving cash inside. The VI Police Department, VIPD, is investigating a series of burglaries that hit several businesses around Frederiksted within a 24-hour period on Thursday, according to an advisory issued Friday. VIPD said the suspects were armed black males wearing black clothing who fled on foot during the crimes. The department did not provide further details on how much was taken or whether any arrests have been made. The businesses identified by police as affected were Frontline in Calcahoun, the Landing Beach Bar in Cane Bay, JV Car Wash in Mount Pleasant, Blue Bamboo in Pleasant, Off the Wall in Cane Bay, Circle Bar in Cane Bay, Aquaholic Beach Bar in LaGrange, Craver's Choice in Upper Love, and Milani Customs in Upper Love. Jeez.
Wow.
They were busy. A lot of these are very popular locations and bars. They were hidden bars. Okay. The department is advising business owners to take added precautions as the investigation continues. According to VIPD, establishments should be properly secured and should include increased lighting and cameras in the area. St. Croix Police Chief Houston, I'm going to say Houston, Houston Cornelius also urged owners not to keep cash inside their businesses, not to leave money in the business, Cornelius said. He also appealed directly to the community for help in solving the cases. We continue to engage our community and ask, if you know something, say something. There are police officers tasked with handling these cases, and in most instances awaiting small bits of information to close these burglaries. The police department cannot do it alone, and we continue to urge our community to be our eyes and ears. These are local business owners trying to make it just like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone with information about the burglaries is asked to contact 911, the Criminal Investigation Bureau at 340-778-2211, or Crime Stoppers VI at 1-800-222-8477. That's 1-800-222-TIPS. Ling late, but hola. Yo, what going on, Kita? Big up, Kita, on the track. What going on? What going on?
Hey, Kita.
Yeah, so Kita, since you're just making it in, 9 thefts across St. Croix happened on one day. And they hit several bars, several popular bars at that. And that's what we were talking about with you just coming in. Hope that you've seen it. But yeah, what do you think about this? These all seem like just signs of the times. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think, Neci?
I think it's very unfortunate. Like you said, these are businesses that are in our community that's here trying to provide a service, a well-needed service. And as well, they're there to make a profit. These are entrepreneurs and small business owners, and this is their livelihood and how they make their living. And these things set them back. And sometimes it could be detrimental to probably have to close. Sometimes they have to relocate. And some of them can catch themselves, but it's unfortunate that this is where we are and this is what's happening. That is a lot in 24 hours. That sounds like a planned out event. That can't just be a random round of events. So I agree with VIPD. Hopefully businesses, you have to speed up your security, your cameras, secure your cash. If you're leaving cash in the establishments, don't do that. If you have no choice, please make sure it is in a more secure space. Be aware of who knows where what is. Sometimes these things could be inside jobs. Sometimes they might not be, but you just don't know. You have to protect your business and to protect your investment.
Facts. Well said. This is why I'd be apprehensive to go out sometimes. Sometimes there's a lot going on, man, and to the thieves, just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would love to hear that you give it back, because these are not people that are like rich and famous celebrities that gonna just buy it back. Like, Alcoholics is a small little beach bar. You know what I'm saying? These things aren't huge businesses that like reach all to the States and global. Like, these are your neighbors. These are people that you live next to. And to go ahead and rob these people, like Neci said, please take care of yourself. Don't keep cash on the business if you can. Like, we really should be making that switch to all digital if we can, because we know that the VI is behind on that. Should be trying to get more cashless systems in place to avoid this. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why the taxi man them, I understand their apprehension to pick up people because they've been robbed in the past and stuff like this. But like I said, we gotta remember, these are the people that you live next to, just trying to make it. What we got next on the platter? Oh man. Recently, this young lady was just honored recently for all the good that she has done in the many years of service to the USVI people. Now we have Miss Donna M. Christensen. She's defending herself and her campaign because there are allegations that she received, or her campaign received funds from Epstein. On March 19th, Miss Donna Christensen, she wrote a letter to the people of the Virgin Islands stating, "In my medical practice and years in elected offices, including the 18 years she sent me to Congress on my campaign for governor, I have always strived to maintain the highest moral and ethical standards. This letter is being written because I have become aware that the St. Croix District Democratic Party received a check from Jeffrey Epstein with Christensen/Otley noted in the reference line. To the best of my knowledge, I have never met the man and certainly have never solicited any donation from him or any of his companies. In fact, my campaigns return checks coming from Southern Trust and any entity or person aligned with him. It was known throughout the campaign that we were not going to accept funds connected to Mr. Epstein. A check written to the St. Croix District Democratic Party came to my attention for the very first time on March 15th when a friend sent me a Facebook post by Shelley Moorhead. I immediately checked with my gubernatorial campaign managers and officers. No one had any knowledge of that check. I reached out to Democratic Party officials. So far, responses from the current chair and St. Croix District Chair in 2014 indicated that they did not either. During the gubernatorial campaign, the Democratic Party may have contributed funds to certain campaign activities, but I was not aware of the source of those funds. All I can do at this point is to let you know that I have never and will never betray the trust that you, people of the Virgin Islands, have placed in me. Sincerely, Donna N. Christensen. We'd like to point out that this is an allegation, and Jeffrey Epstein was also very well known for bribing people to spread his influence. He would send checks and he would always like push and push and push, putting his money at the forefront just to like use as blackmail later. This is well known. But what do you think on that, Neci?
I think that it's a great response. I think that I like that she pointed out she did some legwork to confirm there was and like you said, the check was written to the Democratic Party. It wasn't written to her directly. You could donate funds to those parties, and then those funds are dispersed in a different way. So they could have received the funds and dispersed to her in a different manner, and she was unaware. And so that's why I think it's so important that we as a community, especially the prominently Black community, need to do more than just see the headline and read and learn and ask questions. Because I've seen people running with a story, and now that she made that statement, like, what are you gonna run with a story to? Because need somebody run with a story. Because and it's like there's a process that happens when it comes to campaigning. There's ways that people, like you said, people of power can provide funding to people. They can say where they want the funding to go, and you might not be aware that that's who gave you funding. Or even if you are aware, soliciting a millionaire for campaign funds is a very common thing. Now, if that happened at the time where the accusations of him being a predator came out, I don't know the timeline. You guys need to go and verify that. So you're making informed decisions.
Thank you. Well spoken as per usual. Yeah, we can't just take things and run with it. Even though I know, you know, Neci also very well that the negativity will always spread faster than any positive message. When it's something negative, that thing will spread like wildfire at next thing.
Wildfire. But people are making their decisions to vote based on these things that are spreading and not actually going to do any legwork. Like I pointed out to you before, I worked for a multimillionaire, and when it came time for people in the government to speak to that person, he did not go to government house, they went to him. So seeing governors or senators or whoever at a wealthy person home is a very common thing. People throw parties to raise funds all the time. We see it in movies, we see it in shows, we see it in real life. We know it happens for real in the States. It happens here. People host events to raise funds for their campaign. The point is to solicit your donors to contribute to your cause and convince them that you're worth supporting and backing. We don't complain with a fish fry. It's like a fish fry. Ayo like a fish fry when Chucky support and tuck them on the road and Ayo come and buy the food. That's soliciting your funds. Come support and buy the chicken and the fries and whatever on the side of the road, and she bring the band from Half Island to come and be fetting for us. It's the same thing in a more fancier situation. That's all it is.
Yeah, we have to
go and educate yourself. This is a year for gubernatorial race. Educate. Stop taking people posts at face value. Ask questions. Dig deep. Do research. There's AI. Ask AI to do it for you. You don't even have to type it yourself.
6 seconds. So this is not us saying she did, she didn't, or whatever. We're just putting it all out there. Like, we need to keep in mind that these people run major campaigns, and there's a lot of moving parts and like stuff like that. Campaign donations. She may have never even seen the check. Like these people
Well,
have
she was
campaign
her
managers.
campaign manager, right?
That's what I'm saying. She have campaign managers. You have like people dealing with PR and press and all of these things. And she might have just been, hey, you need to be here, 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 and here. Get all these venues she need to be at. She needs to be kissing babies, shaking hands, and doing all these things. So we need to keep that in mind. Like a single check may not have even, you know what I'm saying, graced her at all. So we gotta keep these things in mind, because too often we be thinking too small. Like you're thinking about how you would have done it on a smaller scale when this is a major thing. When you're trying to go to Congress, there's a lot of moving parts. All right. Kita says, I know people want to be well informed, but you got to go deeper in the research. Like Neci said, ask question. The thing about it too is a lot of it are just lazy, because sometimes we don't have to do much to research nothing for real. It takes seconds. It really does take seconds. So we have to really just like I'll be posting stuff, right? And people will ask me, the poster, is this real? Don't take my word for it. Go look. You don't have to take I don't expect you to. I don't want you to. Don't just take, if it looked like AI, go look and see if it's true or not. It takes seconds. So y'all be holding people responsible for stuff that you could have researched on your own. We all have devices, mini computers that we hold in our hands and carry in our pockets. That's on you. All right, moving on. A lot going on. Recently, this is something that came to our attention. It was sent to Saying Difference, but I didn't want to post it because I do not like posting things related to children. I don't like posting things about fights with children. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like posting stuff like that because it's very sensitive. Well, it ended up, East Girl had posted on her page about where a school monitor, where in the States, if you're watching from the States, you call them like school resource officers, had choked out a student. These are allegations about what happened that we've heard. This is not substantiated by us. Apparently, this young man in the video, he was harassing another female student, and he allegedly attacked a female teacher. And then the monitor stepped in, and this is what happened after. That whole scene is very disturbing to me. I probably should have put a trigger warning because it is a disturbing scene. You have a male student clapping for some reason. You got a female student telling him, don't do that, oh my God, already panicking. You got another student that gets put unconscious by this monitor, and it's like, what type of training did you get? Now, if what was said about what that student did is true, I still don't think it warrants putting a child in a position to where they could have brain damage. If he could have grabbed that student so easily, because there was no tussle, there was no grappling session, and he wasn't fighting back. He just put his arm around him. He barely looked like he was fighting back for real. And next thing you know, he's out, because it happens that quickly. So if you're trained well enough to put somebody to sleep that quickly, you ain't trained on how to detain them and get them to the office? You're towering over the boy's skinny as hell. You couldn't handle that any other way? What type of training are these monitors giving? This is a child. Neci, what do you guys say about that?
That was extremely tough to watch. It's extremely difficult to see. Yes, something happened prior to for the student to need to be detained, but that is beyond. That is absolutely beyond. And hopefully he's recovered and he's well. I'm sure I know Department of Education is on it in terms of what's happening. They haven't made an official statement as yet that I've seen, but I'm very interested to see what comes out of this.
Yeah, we will keep you guys updated on any status updates about what happened. We hope and pray that that student is okay.
Mm-hmm.
We hope that there's no permanent damage caused by it. We hope that they talk to the students that saw this too. Like a lot of times there's trauma that happens in front of children, and we don't really assess the trauma that it caused to the people that were in the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be at school and see a monitor, like an adult, a figure that's in a position of authority doing that. They shouldn't see that at all. I hope that student is okay. I hope that it is being assessed and addressed properly by VIDE, because apparently this was 2 weeks ago. No like confusion or cussing or anything happened until recently when East Girl posted it. So this was 2 weeks ago. There was a video out already circulating. And this is the first time you might be hearing about it, you out there who's viewing. All right? Keep that in mind. Now, you know how I feel about St. Thomas food. St. Thomas food is trash. And too many times.
What a segue.
Islands, huh?
So what a segue.
we talking VI news. So too many times the entire USVI gets lumped in with St. Thomas. First of all, yes, all we are one. However, when it comes to the food, we know the island that's better. Come on. I debate this too much. St. Croix has better food than St. Thomas, period. So Jada Kingdom done slam the USVI because she had St. Thomas food. Now I got a video, and Big Mama and her man, they traveled to St. Thomas. And if you just watch the video without her voiceover, it seems like it's a beautiful video. But if you listen to what she's saying, which she complains throughout the entire video, it's a serious contrast, because when I watch the video, I'm looking at everything, and me, who to judge St. Thomas hard and crack on St. Thomas all the time, I'm like, everything looks good. So we're gonna let y'all be the judge of this video we're about to play. What do you think? And now we'll comment after. Tell us what you think about this lady's commentary on her experience, her and I guess her man's experience in St. Thomas.
Okay, TikTok, let's get into this St. Thomas Virgin Islands tea. In St. Thomas! And we get there about Sunday and we go check in. We stayed at the Westin St. Thomas. Now, I think the Westin has a couple of different locations, and this one is like the big one, the main one, the supposedly luxurious one that they recently remodeled. We upgraded our room so that we could get a ocean view. And I mean, if this is what they call an ocean view, I guess. It was like a little corner pocket, and then the pool was like blocking the ocean. I mean, I should have knew from this that I was getting myself into some BS. So we check in. I'm just looking at the bathroom, checking out the room. I'm like, okay, I guess it'll do. So the first night, we decide we're going to go get some food. Now, I've checked all the restaurants and all the hype about where to go eat. So we take a cab. Now let's get into these cabs. At the hotel, they give you a price list of what you should expect to pay when you're taking a cab up and down the mountains, because basically you're just going up and down the mountain, up and down the mountain. You gotta take a cab. It's expensive. They charge you per person, and when you're coming from back and forth from the airport, they charge you per person and per luggage. So that right there just threw me off. I was just irritated, and you have to pay cash. Every time we turn around, the prices was changing. The cab drivers was changing the price. Like I literally had to text my husband and say, stop asking them how much at the end of the ride, because I think they're lying and they're hiking up the price, which which they were. They would tack on like an extra $2 or something like that. And I just thought that was so weird. But most importantly, it was the food that just drove me nuts. The food was literally tasteless. Like, it didn't have no flavor. Everything needed salt and pepper and hot sauce. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting like a Caribbean flavor taste, but they didn't have that. Like, it just gave very bland. I mean, I know technically we're still in the US, but I expected these people to have like some spices or something, grandma spices or something in the cabinet. Everything tasted like nothing. Literally nothing. Like, that pasta dish didn't taste like anything. I think the best thing we ate was some chips and guacamole. So yes, I was over. I was ready to go home. And don't get me started on the days that the cruise ships dock. Okay, the whole island is flooded with people. It's just not. I won't go back.
Everything looked good in the video. That's why I'm like. And then what did you? All you did was go eat. That's all you traveling up and down the mountains for? To eat? You didn't want to, I mean, she didn't show buying, she didn't talk. Did you buy anything? Like, did you get your hair braided? What did you do? But yeah, listen, some of this stuff is valid. I don't tell her St. Thomas is not known for its food, but like even the hotel room, she complained about the hotel room. The hotel room looked really good to me. I'm used to less. But then she says something about ocean view room. And like, yes, you can see it's, you have a view of the ocean. It's not ocean front. And then you can see what's going on in the pool. You can see how the weather looking for the beach. I mean, like what she said about the taxi people, valid. That man is thief. The taxi cab mafia is very well known. They don't be overdoing it. So that's valid. But it's like the lobster she had on a plate looked good. Like everything looked so good. And then the man I always see for partners, he came from the airport and he went back. Like, can we hear his point of view? Some. But what did you think about that?
I think you're trying to trigger me.
Me? Hey. This is something that's going around.
From the time she said a pool blocking her ocean view, I know this video was bullshit. I know it's gonna be some. I know it's gonna be some BS. The pool will blocking the ocean view.
That's what she said. Like, ain't not
and
around.
The fact that she complained about the food isn't really a problem, because your food doesn't taste good, it doesn't taste good. It did look great in the video, but the fact that you said the food needed salt and pepper is what bothered me about your complaint about the food. It needed taste and some salt and pepper. If that's what you think taste is, it explains why you didn't like the food.
And hot sauce.
That's why you didn't like the food. You want a season if you tasted it. I don't like to finish St. Thomas food and you get me vexed. I have to do this. Like, the food didn't have any taste. It needs some salt and pepper and some hot sauce. I've never heard it in a sentence before for taste. For you wanted Caribbean food.
Yeah. Keita says
the food looked well presented. It looked good. It looked like it would have tasted good.
It looked really good.
The best thing you had was chips and because all you know. You trying to be high class bougie trip experience and you're not.
How she's saying it's expensive, but then they're charging her too much also.
But you went to the Westin. The Westin ain't cheap. It's really nice.
What do you think about the room? Did the room look good to you?
It is. The rooms are amazing.
Everything was modern in there.
Amazing.
They had the modern shower and everything in there. I mean,
their rooms are amazing.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I'm Neci crashing out. Yeah, she is crashing out. Like, ain't nothing wrong with the view. And she went to white restaurants. Girl, what do you expect? Like, I mean, to be fair, they don't know where to go when you're visiting a place. You check what I'm saying? They don't know where to go. But, like, I ain't gonna order no damn chips, no nachos. You go to Caribbean. Negativity sells. That's why she doesn't make the video. The room was great. That's why she made it. Mm-hmm. Nothing was wrong with the view. The view was nice. Like everything.
The view is amazing.
Listen.
The food looked colored.
Yes, and seasoned. It looks seasoned.
And seasoned. Now, if you can't taste the salt and pepper or hot sauce, I guess you should just make your own dish when you're at.
Yeah.
And like you said, did you not do anything else to be ready to go? Ready to go where? Back to you salt and pepper? Like, that's not
What? I would like to know.
I understand the concept of rage baiting. If you rage bait because it gets you attention, it gets you shares, it gets you views, whatever the case may be. Yes, St. Thomas food isn't all of that. I'll give her point. The taxi thing, we know that's a real thing, so I'll let it slide. But your whole video just rub me wrong. Don't come back this side of the waters. Don't cross the border wherever border you are.
Talking trash about the food when she a big back Bronco is wild. Like, okay, I hate that she got me defending St. Thomas in the first place.
I vex I mean.
Yeah, like I've actually got me defend. But literally everything. If you just play that video, right, and put regular music, like music for reals over her voice, like that would make somebody, that would be a good tourism video.
Somebody would be interested in coming to see. Yeah.
So I'm so confused that she did that very nice looking video just to talk trash about the place the whole time.
Yeah, because you didn't show me you sent back the food because it didn't taste good. You didn't show me that you didn't pay your bill. You didn't show me you spoke to somebody about better service. You're not showing me anything to contradict what you said, but your video contradicts all of it.
She ate all, I sure. I bet Big Mama ate all. Yeah, I didn't know that this video would have triggered Neci, but apparently it did. I wasn't expecting that. So I think I'd be doing things to make her mad. I legitimately did not know this would have been a bother. Because I got Trump stuff lined up. I was saving it for that. But yeah, I think she was doing too much. I would have really liked to talk to the man that she was with, wherever he is, to like see his point of view, just hear what he got to say. Like I said, she had some legitimate gripes because I vexed with the taxi cab commission like that himself. But like, you see, I'm telling you, Neci, we need to make a trip to St. Thomas, just a day trip, try this stuff ourselves and see for ourselves. We need to try it and see for ourselves because it's been a minute since I've been in St. Thomas. I ain't had the food. I just know when I see the food that I've seen from there, come on now. But everything she had in that video looked good. Hello in my Kess voice. Hey, what going on? Thanks for joining, Jerica. Go ahead and share the live, please share the live. Yeah, we were just talking about that lady who had went to St. Thomas from the States and she hated every piece of it, even though it looked beautiful. I don't know if you need us to play it again, but yeah.
And like you said, partner in the beginning holding back and he in the end holding back.
That's it. That's his whole role. That's all he do. I hate to see people post good videos with negative reviews because everything look amazing and I'm a picky eater. Everything did look good. Like when I crack on the food about St. Thomas is because you could see that food don't look good. But this, I didn't understand. But all right, hey, that's all that's left. Gotta try it for myself. Gotta try and check it out for myself and then like find out where they'll be eating and make them think stuff is good. Because I don't know.
But also didn't say where she was eating at.
Which is another thing, like why? If you're gonna bash all these places, let us know what's so bad. So it could very well be she was trying to make a rage bait video without actually trashing the place, but you done trash the whole of St. Thomas pretty much. So I don't know. And show me you do something else other than take a taxi and eat. Because that's not an experience of the place. You know what I'm saying? That's what you made this trip for. And she had to have been there for a while because she'd been there and then she was there long enough for a cruise ship to come in and leave. But all right.
But complaining about tourists when you are one.
Literally part of the problem. Just because you fly in, you different. Yeah, all right. All right, Big Mama. Okay.
Now move on. You get me?
I get you hype up. You think the next thing I pour gonna make you feel better? No. So, All right, currently, unless you've been living under a rock, you should know that not only the TSA, also FEMA, the Coast Guard, and CISA, among other agencies, are currently a part of a partial government shutdown. It's been over a month that this has been going on. Meanwhile, ICE has been getting paid. They will be getting paid because they're funded for years. They got more funding, right? They got more funding than all government agencies combined in the big, beautiful bill. And now other agencies are suffering and not getting paid because they apparently want more funding. To clear up any confusion, that for people that will say, oh, it's both sides, the Democrats have submitted several different motions to fund these other agencies, just not ICE. And Republicans have consistently said no. That's why we're in the situation where we are. So that's going on. TSA long lines all over the country, including the territories, flights being canceled, people missing a flight, all type of inconveniences. Meanwhile, ICE is in the Virgin Islands doing raids and getting paid, right? And then the president decides to take to his platform, Truth Social, as he does, and he's delegating more crap through, like, I miss the days when a president did not, like, govern through social media, but here we are. So he makes threats about TSA. Sorry about the blurriness. Donald J. Trump says, the radical left Democrats have hurt so many people with their vicious and uncaring ways. What they have done to the Department of Homeland Security, our fantastic TSA officers, and most importantly, the great people of our country is an absolute disgrace. Notice he did not say what they've done to ICE. If the Democrats do not allow for just and proper security at our airports and elsewhere throughout our country, ICE will do the job far better than ever done before. ICE can't even do their job without killing people. The fascist Democrats will never protect America, but the Republicans will. Just like the radical left allowed millions of criminals to pour into our country through their ridiculous and dangerous open border policy, the Republicans closed it all down, and we now have the strongest border in American history. Likewise, I look forward to moving ICE in on Monday and have already told them to get ready. No more waiting, no more games, President Donald J. Trump. So while he's making these, these statements, this is what Cyril E. King Airport looked like recently. Lines quite literally out the door, because the TSA lines are so long, and you still have his supporters in these groups spreading falsities, talking about no, ain't got nothing to do with TSA, or it's the Democrats, or it's some BS that they're gonna say. Don't let these people fool you, please. So this is St. Thomas, Cyril E. King Airport last week. People showing up 3, 4, 5 hours, and some still missing their flights. To fund an agency that is funded still, they're getting paid still. And to show you that it's not about funding, how do they have funding to leave where they're from to go to the airport while the TSA agents don't have no money and they're calling out by the thousands? Okay. All right.
What is interesting to me is what is ICE going to do at these airports when they get there? They don't have access to TSA system to be scanning people's ID to let them through us for sick.
They're not trained to do this. They're not even trained to do it. So what are we doing? Let me read some of these comments. Kita says, I was living under a rock at this point. Yeah, you got a lot going on. Hey, did I know that a meteor hit Ohio? Did I know that?
That's a real thing?
Yes! And nobody's talking about this stuff because we got so much going on, we can't keep up.
I heard it, but I didn't really like.
It's real. Like there are scientists digging at the rock to get samples of it, and you ain't heard nothing about it for real in the news because so much crap going on. It's like, man, why? But just send the aliens and them. Lice moving heavier than the rubber man. Them. I don't know what that means.
I think she meant ice.
Ice. Well, I guess she said ice, lice. Okay, they moving heavier. Yeah. They the criminals for real. Cause why they mask up? You know what I'm saying? Why they mask up? For what purpose? I live under a rock and I still heard this. They masked up, so who's to say they're honestly any different? A lot of them, man, they masked up and then they speak in heavier Spanish than like why you taking people but you could act as an interpreter? Give me a break. You sound more Hispanic than the one that you taking in. They're not trained, period. True. And that's one of the big holdups is, changes to the masks, that they're wearing masks, but they're law enforcement, changes to like how they do things and operate, but yet you're trying to send them to airports. I don't get it. Honestly, I thought that was AI. I saw a post and clips. If the media as well, too much going on. Like, why you wait till now to hit and why you hire? Why not? Because who really over there? Who all over there? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what's going on currently. I want to keep y'all informed because a lot of stuff is happening all at once. It's that blitzkrieg of BS that I tried to tell y'all about. We're inundated with trash and crap.
Tired.
But we got some good news. We do have some good news. Oh my God. All right. It is giveaway time. It's giveaway time. What do you say, Neci? You ready for it?
I will be. I was. Hold on.
All right. So, same difference. We have teamed up with Tropical Ice Goddess LLC. We'll be doing a giveaway once a month. To this month's giveaway is some ice cream. No, she out of the ube and it take a while to source. She out of it. Sorry, I want to try it myself. But she got a bunch of different flavors that she's pushing, locally owned. She got some vegan flavors. So if you lactose intolerant, you ain't got to worry about that. And she does a lot of experimentation. One thing I'll say about the Tropical Ice Goddess, she will try something, right?
Okay.
So, Neci, I got the names for you right now when you're ready.
I'm ready. First
All right.
one.
First name, you know him, you love him. Malik Stridiron. What she's doing right now is entering these names in our giveaway app. So we're gonna show you who comes up after. All right, so you got him?
Mm-hmm.
We got Marcus Norman. He's in the chat. We got one of our Row FM mates, Nika Neeks. Azadi Sage.
Who?
Azadi. Last name Sage, Sage.
Okay, that's pretty.
Yeah, she does all the poetry reading. She be at levels.
Okay.
And, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Karima Davis, Carema.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Karima Davis.
Carema.
Carema. Last name Davis.
Okay.
And this is a business, I'm assuming. Criz, CRIZZ STXVI. Criz STXVI. And then we got Jen, JENN, last name CSEAY. SEAY, Jen C.
CSEAY?
No, SEAY. The last name is C. SEAY.
SEAY. Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we got La Empress Rice. And yes, we get a Facebook name them, right? So that's the name that we have. We don't know your real name. But if you win, you will need to show up. You will need to give us your real name so we can forward it to Tropical Ice Goddess, and you will need to show up and show ID to claim your prize. So, loving mother of 3 Williams, you're going to need to give us your real name, all right? All right, you ready? Who else?
Yep, more?
Yes, Cristela Rios. We got 3 more names after that.
Okay, Cristela Rios.
Yeah. We got Brenda Lee.
Wait.
My bad.
Okay. Brenda Lynn.
Brenda Lee. BRENDALIE. Brenda Lee. BREN. It's like Brenda LIE. Right? Clearcent. CLERCENT.
CLERCENT. Listen.
What?
What did you say?
Clearcent. CLERCENT.
Okay.
And who else?
That's it?
Kelly Johnson. And one more name.
After Kelly?
Yes, one more.
Okay.
Bria James. BRIA. Last name James.
Bria James.
Bria James.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
that's be all 12. All right. You entered it in. Now what?
I'm about to spin it. Hold on.
Okay.
So we got all our names in the wheel.
Okay. We could just see it. Good.
Yeah, I'm about to spin it.
And the winner is who is that? Is that Cristela or Brenda Lee? Which one?
That is Brenda Lee Clearcent.
Brenda Lee wins. Hey!
There is on the top for those who think, there's a name right there.
All right. Hey, big up Brenda Lee. You won. Congratulations. We're going to go ahead and get that information from you. I'm assuming that's your real name, but we're going to find out. And congratulations on winning your free ice cream scoop from Tropical Ice Goddess down in East. Okay, Wheel of Fortune randomizer. All right. Congratulations, Brenda Lee. Congratulations. All right, so we're going to get her information offline. I'm going to let her know via a message. I think that thing said Marcus, what? We must be blind. Well, we need 2 more eyes. You muted? Are you muted? Weezer?
I said, for Marcus, name was from winning.
He was like on the other side. Marcus is on the other side of the globe. Okay. Yeah, so Brenda Lee is our new ice cream giveaway winner. Keep checking with us because we're going to do this once a month. She came to us and she wants to give back to her community. She already does. She loves to give back. So, hey, we do too. So we going to bring you some more. Let us know what you would like to see being given away because it's not only ice cream. She has drinks too. She has food as well. All right, so let us know. All right, so a little good fun. I like that machine, man. I like that machine. That's cool. So next time we do a giveaway, we could just go ahead and put it up on the screen, and we're going to have the names input in advance.
We will.
All right. Now, moving on to a less popular subject, because we got to speak on it. We're going to give you the update on the Iran-Israel-America war, conflict, excursion, whatever you want to call it. President Trump announced on social media on Friday that he was considering winding down military operations in Iran, signaling a shift to more modest U.S. goals for the conflict. We still don't know what the goals are anyway, but okay. As the U.S.-Israeli airstrike campaign got underway last month, the Trump administration said it aspired to create conditions for regime change in Tehran. The White House also said it aimed to completely strip Iran of its stockpile of nuclear fuel, which could be fashioned into a weapon. But as Americans look at gasoline selling for around $4 a gallon, and Republicans become nervous about the economic backlash of the Pentagon's call for a whopping $200 billion to replace its ammunition, it was no surprise that Mr. Trump sought to reassure Americans that the United States was very close, quote unquote, to meeting its objectives. Friday's post appeared to retreat from some of Mr. Trump's earlier, more ambitious goals, omitting any reference to them. Instead, President Trump focused on weakening Iran's military and defense capabilities while vowing to defend U.S. allies in the Middle East. He maintained that the United States was getting very close to meeting our objectives and he maintained that the United States was, quote, getting very close to meeting our objectives and left the issue of reopening the Strait of Hormuz to other countries that use it, claiming the United States does not. Mind you, fact check, about 20% of the world's oil comes through the strait. Quote, if asked, we will help those countries in their Hormuz efforts, but it shouldn't be necessary once Iran's threat is eradicated, he said. Mind you, we created the threat. Oh, man. The statement no longer mentions supporting regime change through a popular uprising, considering that we went from one Ayatollah to the sun. That's no regime change that I could understand. And there's literally no uprising of Iranian people. So, okay. But once again, Taco, Trump always chickens out. Statement no longer mentions supporting regime change through a popular uprising, an objective the president had set at the start of the U.S.-Israeli attacks. He softened the wording on how to deal with Iran's nuclear fuel stockpile, avoiding the requirement that it must all be removed from the country, and talking instead about making sure the United States is in a position to, quote, powerfully react if Iran tries to reconstitute its nuclear program. Again, I have to interject that in June, sometime this summer, he stated several times, the president stated several times that the nuclear program was, quote, obliterated. His words, that word that he just learned. Like, he stated that it was obliterated and under rubble, which it probably is because it was underground. And like, now he's saying that we'll powerfully react. He added the objective of, quote, protecting at the highest level the American allies in the region, naming Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Kuwait, all places that have been attacked since. And the statement essentially turned the problem of guarding and policing the Strait of Hormuz over to the countries, quote, who use it. While saying the United States would help, President Trump is essentially leaving it to Europe, Japan, South Korea, and China, among others, to figure out how to safely get their oil and gas out of the Persian Gulf. And I over here playing Vanna White. Start a problem, solve the problem started equals hero. Apparently, that's been one of his tactics for sure. Just like a cartoonish ass villain. He's loot and plunder, really. Like, remember Captain Planet? Captain Planet tried to warn us about this guy like all the years ago, but whatever. And for those dummies who think they feel safer, keep in mind what I just read, and then that the director of the National Counterterrorism Center, this guy, Joe Kent, topped Trump counter-terror advisor resigns over opposition to the Iran war. This man quit, and he left a very strongly worded letter as his resignation. President Trump, after much reflection, I have decided to resign from my position as director of the National Counterterrorism Center effective today. I cannot, in good conscience, support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran poses no imminent threat to our nation. And it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. I support the values and the foreign policies that you campaigned on in 2016, 2020, 2024, which you enacted in your first term. Until June of 2025, you understood that the wars in the Middle East were a trap that robbed America of the precious lives of our patriots and depleted the wealth and prosperity of our nation. In your first administration, you understood better than any modern president how to decisively apply military power without getting us drawn into never-ending wars. You demonstrated this by unaliving Qasem Soleimani and by defeating ISIS. I don't know if that's true. Right? We do not co-sign this. This is him. Early in the administration, high-ranking Israeli officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sold pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to the United States. These are hard words. And that should you strike now, there was a clear path to a swift victory. This was a lie, and is the same tactic the Israelis used to draw us into the disastrous Iraq war that cost our nation the lives of thousands of our best men and women. We cannot make this mistake again. As a veteran who deployed to combat 11 times, and as a Gold Star husband who lost my beloved wife Shannon in a war manufactured by Israel, I cannot support sending the next generation off to fight and die in a war that serves no benefit to the American people, nor justifies the cost of American lives. I pray that you will reflect upon what we are doing in Iran and who we are doing it for. The time for bold action is now. You can reverse course. Ooh, that sounds like a boy. That's Govy slogan. You can reverse course now and chart a new path for our nation, or you can allow us to slip further toward decline and chaos. You hold the cards. It was an honor to serve in your administration and to serve our great nation. Joseph Kent, Director, National Counterterrorism. Woo! Woo! Talk about speaking truth to power. That boy went in.
Somebody know how to write in that administration.
What? Finally, not a whole lot of short words. We had some real $5 SAT words in that thing, and he was preaching. I like that. They keep talking about overwhelming force. Do they know what overwhelming means? Hell, they just figured out what obliterated means, and they're still using it wrong. Captain Planet is needed, right? He was needed. We should have listened. That's our friggin' problem. Just clean up all the waste of people. Has another troglodyte finally seen the light? Yeah, another one has seen the light too late though. Like how you deployed 11 times, your wife unfortunately unalived serving, and you still thought that Captain Bone Spurs was the guy. I really, listen, I don't feel sorry for anybody that voted for this man 3 times, not twice, 3 times. And then you served under him and you still don't see the type of person he is? That's crazy. As of March 22nd, 2026, the death toll in Iran from U.S.-Israeli attacks has exceeded 1,500, with over 18,000 injured in 3 weeks of conflict, according to Iranian sources. Israeli officials report 15 to 18 fatalities from Iranian strikes. I don't believe it, but that's what they're saying. I just want to drive home the point right now, right? That war is not a game. And too often we get caught up with this unserious administration and they find everything as is a joke or a meme, or they trolling and all this other stuff, but it's not funny. Real people are dying. Iran, between 1,444 to 1,500 plus have been killed, including over 204 children. Keep in mind, that's including a girls' school that got bombed within the first 24 hours of this conflict. An all-girls school. All their crime was that they were born there and they went to school. That's it. Israel, between 15 to 18 people killed, over 3,700 injured. According to the U.S. military, 13 people have been killed. Over 60 reported killed in Iraq and Gulf nations, along with over 1,000 in Lebanon due to escalated strikes from Israel, according to Al Jazeera. Keep in mind also, Israel is not only waging this war, they're also waging wars with their surrounding, states and territories. Right now, over 1 million people have been displaced because of this. So it ain't just the casualties and the injuries. I want to hammer this home, like I said, that this is not a joke. So there were 6 people that went down on a jet or something.
I guess a refueler.
A refueler. And those were real Americans. That's 6 in one thing out of the 13 that they claim were killed, right? And it was over, at that point, they were saying it was over 140 people injured, and we don't know the injuries because they don't be talking about who these people are, what happened to them. We're talking people that could have lost limbs, TBIs, all types of stuff that we're not talking about, but we're going to talk about it tonight. I'm going to let Lawrence O'Donnell, he has interviewed some people, and we're going to let the news tell you what's going on as far as those 6 right now. First, we're going to talk about one of those. His family member is going to speak out.
For the death of Air Force Sergeant Tyler Simmons, age 28 of Columbus, Ohio. Here's what Sergeant Simmons' grandmother and cousin said on Monday.
This could have been prevented. We didn't need to be in this war. This is uncalled for. And this is what we get.
Families are suffering right now. Not only our family, but there are other families that's lost loved ones. Just to create a war because you want to create a war, it's not right. It is not right.
They may not have voiced that as eloquently as some other people have in the past, but do we need eloquence to let you know that families are suffering? And then these families say what?
I said yes, these are real people. That's all I said. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. We too often we talk about it like these are green toy soldiers. Like these aren't people that have families. So that's not only 13 people, but it's 13 families affected and their extended families as well. So here's a couple more of the family members speaking on their loss.
Tyler Simmons' mother said this in an interview with CBS.
The knock on the door, you're hoping that it's not a knock that, you just don't want. And when they knocked on the door, and Milo answered the door, I heard him say, "Oh no," and I knew. And it was, and from there on, life would never, ever, ever be the same. It will never be the same.
Personally, I don't want for any parent, I would never wish for any parent to lose a child, because in my mind, that disrupts the natural order of things for a parent to live longer than their child. We're not supposed to. So could you imagine just dreading a knock at the door when your child is away from you? It's literally painful when you can't hear from them. So imagine they've been sent away somewhere. They can't contact you like they used to, or y'all might be, in contact all the time. I know they're in a war zone. You don't know what's going on. You can't hear from them like you used to. And then you're dreading even hearing a knock at the door because it may be that news that no parent ever wants. And we over here talking about it like you got a president. You got the president of the United States talking about this thing like it's a joke. You get man that he never served discussing war and why this is good. When the president literally cannot stick to one talking point for why we're doing this or why this is even good for the country. But we can't forget the other 5 people because they have family members also.
The other 5 members of the Air Force who went down on that plane were Major John Clinner, 33, of Auburn, Alabama, Captain Ariana Savino, 31, of Covington, Washington, Sergeant Ashley Pruitt, 34, of Bardstown, Kentucky, Captain Seth Koval, 38, of Stoutsville, Ohio, and Captain Curtis Angst of Wilmington, Ohio, age 30.
Jerica says, I can't say the same. Let them folks who voted for this sign themselves and their families up for this BS. Rest in peace to those service members. Rest in peace to all the casualties, really. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. I wish condolences for sure, because we got a president who wears his merch, a hat, to dignified transfers, if he even attends. I wish it worked that way, that we could sign up folks who voted for this man to go. I wish it worked that way. But even his son is old enough to go, but he ain't gonna go because his daddy had bone spurs and he didn't go when it was his time, even during a draft. He wasn't president then. And presidents have had children serving while they're lording over a war. That's happened. That's nothing new in our history. But people get excuses for it. And here you get Pete Hegseth, who talks about war like he's some sort of frat dude or he playing Call of Duty. He's the most unqualified person to ever be over this many people. And then he changes the Secretary of Defense position to Secretary of War, which they seem to really be living up to that name because we keep getting into wars. But here he is now asking for more people to sign up for a war that Americans do not want.
Today in this video, as we said we would, I want to update you on our efforts to reinstate those service members who were unjustly forced out of the military during the COVID-19 panic. While I'm proud of our efforts over the past year, our obligations to make things right are not yet complete. I'm therefore extending the application of the department's reinstatement and return to service guidance established last April. The revised guidance will now apply to former service members, our warriors of conscience, who wish to return to service through April 1st of 2027. So we're extending this to make sure anybody that wants to take advantage of it has additional time to take advantage of it. Maybe you were waiting to see whether we meant it or not. We do. We hope you'll take a look. To further encourage the return of experienced and dedicated service members, effective immediately, the active service obligation for individuals returning to service under this guidance is now reduced from 4 years to 2 years.
He trying to get more fodder to send overseas for the war. COVID-19 panic. Yeah, like that wasn't a real global pandemic that we lived through and saw for ourselves. Like it was just something, man. This administration. Oh man, I can't stress enough how much I hate people that voted for this administration. I hate them. I'm sorry. It's because of you that we're going through all of this, and at this point, it's like, for what? What have you gotten for everything that you claim you voted for him for? What have you gotten out of all of the promises? Even the damn ballroom, he can't stop talking about it. Where is it?
On hold.
And now they're asking for $200 billion. To put this into perspective, we spent over a decade in Iraq for that war, right? the amount of money that has been spent already is a quarter of that.
Mhm.
Woo! All right. but that's my spiel. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do that little monologue and get that out to show people that this is not a joke, because some of the stuff you may not be hearing about, or there are a lot of mixed signals as to what's going on. But yeah, I want Neci to kind of segue us into this trending topic. We gonna lighten up stuff, I guess, if you could call it that. We gonna lighten up stuff a little bit.
Okay.
So the next thing that we're gonna pull up, we're gonna talk about the video of those two girls. They are girls that get into, it was the relationship issues. So that's gonna be the next thing. So I want to kind of have you segue us into it, because my mouth dry.
So we have a video of two young ladies. We haven't seen the post on the page, who were having a conversation regarding their relationship. One is clearly emotionally immature, and one is definitely emotionally intelligent. And you'll see the dynamic of that conversation, and then we're going to give our opinions of it right after this.
Anytime somebody talks to you, I don't care who it is or what they're talking about, but don't get like this. If I want to react by crying, I can do that. That's not me. I don't give a it's not that. It's your demeanor. Carrying yourself, bro. As well. I don't know what you mean. Exactly, TAs don't be right. It's not. Hold on. Talking to you about something. I'm trying to give you some advice. I know you're an emotional person, but you don't have to react to everything like that. You can at least gain some type of self-control. You feel what I'm saying? Everything don't have to make you react like that. It's like you be on 10, like real fast. Because I'm in a blink of an eye. You can be talking to somebody that you can also have some type of self-control. How you is right now is how I feel on the inside, but I'm not gonna show that. I'm trying to have some self-control. It's not about to have self-control when you talking to me, bro. Just like how you want me to be cool, calm, and collect with you. You're not gonna use a certain tone and with me and expect it not to be reciprocated. Oh my God, but you want me to be cool, calm, and collect with you. You don't think I want to bounce off these walls right now? You still dealing with you? I'm not your child, so don't scream at me like that. Please don't scream at me like that. But when you do it, your excuses, I'm frustrated and I'm upset and all this extra. But when I do it, it's a problem.
It's cool when you do it. All right. So that was a clip from the Teen Mom Show. Kaya, and Tisha. Like, Tisha was the little stud girl boy, and Kaya was the other one. So, too often in relationships, there's this dynamic. I think we had talked a little bit. We didn't go into it for real about being insufferable. Clearly, one is more emotionally mature than the other. And we need to understand that one emotionally mature person and another person that cannot control it, that doesn't work. But what do you have to say? What are your comments on that video?
I would say clearly one is definitely using her emotions as a manipulative tool to control the narrative of the conversation, because she's the one that's yelling. She's the one that's getting loud. Yes, she's annoyed. Yes, she's angry. She's yelling after the other young lady, but the young lady's trying to explain to her in a very calm manner, a very articulate manner, what the issue is and how she portrays herself, but she don't want to hear that. And so, like you said, there's always usually this dynamic in relationships where one person is of a more intellectual or emotional intelligence in terms of how they can have emotions, but they can regulate themselves despite how they're feeling. And so they are on two completely different spectrums of life, and that is not going to work out. I can see the burnout happening from here, and the frustration is real. And clearly one is ready to have conversations and one isn't. So, they might, what her name is? What's the Westie one name is? Kia?
It's pronounced like Kaya.
Kaya
is what they were
just
saying.
wants to be able to act out however she feel like and have no consequences for it. That's just how she is. That how I am saying is what ruins a lot of relationships.
This to be that girl who to always complain about her relationships failing, saying that white people can't just accept me for who I am. It's just that I love hard. When you hear those types of words, that's the type of person you could expect. There's nothing wrong with crying and being emotional. We have to understand that emotions, first, they're not facts. 2, it doesn't make you right. 3, just emotions should not control you. Emotions are passing feelings. Yes, they're valid. Does that make them correct? No. And that situation, she seems insufferable. How could you deal with that? How do you get past that barrier? She's talking to her nice and calm, but it's like she wants her to get mad. Then when she gets mad, it's like, oh, you can't talk to me. Like,
I'm not your child, but you're talking to her like she's your child.
When she's not screaming, it's a problem. When she is, what do you do?
Do what? Don't do what I do, right?
Do what I say, not as I do. That last line, but it's okay when you do it, but if I do it, it shouldn't work like that. Quite frankly, if you see you're an emotional person, whatever that means. If you're an emotional person, I think that puts more of a burden on you to try to work on getting your emotions in check. Have you ever tried
because you could be emotional, but you still have to hear and listen and comprehend. There's nothing wrong with feeling how you feel, but you're participating in a conversation for the advancement of your relationship. And that's what conversations are supposed to be, especially in arguments. It is to resolve an issue that's we can progress. And so one is ready to have the conversation to progress, and the other one can't hear nothing because she's angry.
So you leave, leave the relationship, or you leave the room? What are we saying here?
I would leave the relationship. You could, if you're not even in a place to try to hear me, then I'm talking in circles. And then, so you have to be ready. That other person has to be ready to grow, be ready to try to change, at least try to hear, try to listen. She's not prepared to do any of those things, clearly. And she's the one yelling after her. And in the minute the other one raises her voice, is like, I'm not your child, but you're treating her like your child. Yeah. And so you could see the behavior, you know the behavior, you identify the behavior, but you don't care if you display it back to others. That's an immaturity. She's very immature with her feelings. And so she needs to understand, be able to process here, but she's not ready for any of those things. And teen mom?
Yeah. She's a mother. Kaya. She has a child. Tisha does not. So we could even go into that there. But I'll give them a little
partner bit. Is the child's father in the show with her?
I don't know if they're in the show at all or whatever. The whole show basically revolves around their interactions. Two and their relationship. I don't know if he's in the show at all, because I was just watching the updates and you know what I'm saying, but all they talk about is them two.
Okay.
So one, I'd like to point out, ain't always the man, because ain't no man in this situation.
I was leaving that for you.
I just have to point it out. It's not always a man. So what are you gonna say about this? And I don't talk about how when you get them girlfriend relationships, I'll be getting whooped. I'll be getting beat up. I don't talk about that, I'll be taking blows when in that girl on girl relationship, because it ain't domestic violence then. It's just that you lost. I don't be talking about that day. Jerica says, leave that whole mess all the way behind. To give them some grace, they're obviously both young. When, younger, I think I could be wrong, but I think we've all been through that emotional roller coaster relationship where there's high highs and low lows, and it can be addictive because it's exciting. It can be addictive. So I could recognize it in my old age, how that used to be a thing. And like, you'd always go back and like, you'd argue and it would be intense, and then you split apart. But then when you get back together, that's also intense. And it's like, yo, man, okay, you look like you had a flashback.
Trauma. No, I'm saying it's the trauma bonding. It's if you don't even realize that you're so immune to it that you require it in order to feel like you're alive.
Listen, if you've ever been in a relationship, right, and you said something to the effect of, we were having a good day, it was going so well, that's a good sign that you're in a toxic relationship. You are battered and abused, and you need to get out of it. So there's some signs, there's some things that get said, because that's a sign that like things are usually so bad that when it's good, it's like, don't mess this up, babe. Please, please, please. One is speaking, communicating, trying to have a conversation. The other one is a loud, dumb broad. We don't care if that's a child. You're wrong and you're strong. Those tend to be learned behaviors too. You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be a lot of enabling and like coddling. Men don't tend to get that. Like when we behave bad, even your homeboy will tell you you're behaving like you're acting like a wuss. But like women tend to get comfort from somewhere. And we talk a lot about emotional intelligence. Keep in mind what it is. It's the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and utilize emotions effectively in yourself and others. It involves self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills to navigate interactions, reduce stress, and improve relationships. I think that Tisha showed a high level of emotional intelligence. And I think that's why it's more frustrating, because she's trying and trying and trying
to get through,
just like navigate it and be heard, but it's like you cannot. It's like you're hitting a wall, and you love the person, you know. Like you could tell she care about that girl, but what do you do when you can't reach them? So, Neci, you say that
burn out eventually.
Say what?
She's gonna burn out.
Well, glad you said that, because that leads to the segue. We have the update on what happened to them too.
You don't want to.
I don't want
you
to.
Don't want to.
I don't want to.
You don't want to at all.
At all.
At all.
At
Not
all.
one inch of your body want to be with me no more. Not one bone of your body want to be with me no more. And you can look at me dead in my eyes and tell me that.
Kiaya turned and left in tears. Tiza's admission that he didn't love her plunged her into anguish. Her mother stroked her back, trying to comfort her, but she just kept crying. Kiaya and Tiza had always been at odds, yet she truly loved him, so she suggested they sit down and talk things through. Her mother accompanied her and Tiza to the restaurant. The outcome was predictably far from ideal. From the moment they sat down, Kiaya wept uncontrollably. Tiza, however, appeared utterly indifferent. Their relationship lay crumpled like a piece of paper. After the breakup, Kiaya remained emotionally drained. She lacked the energy even to care for her child, leaving her mother to handle everything. She and Tiza never spoke again. The mere thought of it made Kiaya cover her face and sob. She insisted she'd done enough, but her mother countered that she'd placed too much pressure on Tiza. Meanwhile, Tiza was clearly in much better spirits than Kiaya. She loved Kiaya deeply, yet she also sensed she wouldn't find happiness with her anymore. Her cousin fully agreed with Tiza's perspective. That day, Tiza agreed to talk with Kiaya again. They met at the lakeside park. Seeing Kiaya dressed lightly, Tiza offered her own coat. Then Kiaya began to cry. They still loved each other, but mere conversation couldn't change anything now. They were bound to argue. So after another fight, Kiaya left the park in tears.
What the hell? You see that girl still care about her? Still offering her jacket, still happy to see her, still trying to talk it out, and look at that. Her mama is a problem.
But she didn't want her jacket. Like, bring her jacket.
She took the jacket too. Damn. So now you know she gonna hit her up like, come get your jacket. You see, man, them toxic relationships. Oh God, man.
Listen, I know, because somebody hit me for some socks, so I understand.
That's how they catch you. As long as you come
they
back.
They didn't catch me.
Nah.
It didn't work. But they made an attempt.
Of course. Her mama is a problem too. Usually that's how it goes. That's why I say it's a learned behavior from somewhere. There's gonna be some coddling somewhere. but she leave with a girl jacket. That's she probably did that shit on purpose. But all that crying, I'm gonna be honest. Crying doesn't work on me. Crying does not work on me. From the time you start crying because of a discussion, I done annoyed. I feel like you're trying to manipulate me already. So I done turned off. So it has the opposite effect. I might walk away or leave. If you start crying over some bullshit, I hate to see that crying shit. Especially if you're just talking and you all of that she was talking about. So not a bone in your body wanna be. Y'all get the shut up.
Nobody wanna be with me. No, you're right. They don't.
Because of how she was trying to tell you the way that you act is a problem. You don't see what you're doing? Sorry, the other one is, let me borrow a jaw word, insufferable. She is. It's exhausting. I'm tired for her. And you could tell that she cares about her, you know.
Yes.
That'll be the saddest part, because it's like, damn, taking me back to my early 20s. Take me back to Central High. It'll be rough. It'll be rough. Yeah. If that was me, nah, throw it away. Me want it. Okay, what if you were younger though? What if you 20? What 21-year-old Jerica with the love of their life, the one that get away? Would you just walk away? Let's hear it, Jerica. Jerica talking all this stuff like she just hard-hearted and always been so tough.
Like she had all the toxicity and she when she was younger or something.
Exactly. We all been through it. That's why we act the way we act now. That's why we don't put with nothing now. Cause we been through all that shit in our past. It's like, shut up. Done.
Tired.
Done with it. We gonna need to get on that. It done. Shit.
Yeah.
We don't part with nothing because of all the stuff that we've been through in our past. That's what got us here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you call me and you're talking to other people in the background. Click up. I ain't putting up with nothing. 21-year-old Jerica didn't. Man, shut up. Moving on. I feel like she capping about it. 21-year-old Jerica didn't give to. Okay. All right, Jerica, you hot. You're a gangster. Apparently, you ain't never been in that toxic love situation. Okay? All right. Jamal says I lose enough t-shirt or jacket from toxic relationship like that. We all been through that. Hey, the man, my cap and gown, my yearbook, my deployment cruise jacket, all of that, they're gone. Toxic love. I needed this mental fortitude, my son. We all did it. Could you imagine putting up with some of the stuff that you've dealt with in the past, knowing what you know now? No.
Listen. No. I don't even know how did Deborah Cox said, how did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here.
No, for real. I'm quick to toss the things away. And you've always been like that, Jerica? Is that what you're saying? You've always been quick to toss away a man? Okay. We're going to just take your word for it on this one.
Jerica referred to some line. She ain't in that.
So she said. They'll be talking hard, but I bet if I go through her list of exes, you get somebody in who like, yeah. Ooh. We all been a little, donkey. Somebody got right before.
My Kaba Island was a real place.
Yo, what? Your what?
Kaba Island.
What? Your Kaba. I never heard that one. Yeah.
It was a real place. It was beautiful and dolphins every day and beautiful white beaches, sun and cabana boys feeding you grapes and fruits at the beach and fresh juices and no artificial ingredients and preservatives. Like real nice.
I feel. The next topic, I'm hesitant to even go into it because we got about 10 minutes left and it's
okay.
Yeah,
maybe something more simple then.
The video is 3 minutes long, so yeah.
Ooh, no, maybe something a little bit more simple.
Yeah, I got something I want to question, or
Okay.
you know what? We're gonna lead in with this here. So I got a video we're gonna go into, and it is something that I think we all need to pay attention to. This is geared towards women because it's a woman creator that made it, but we all need to pay attention to it going into the next week. Everyone, I think we need to assess our friendships every so often to make sure that the friendship that we're in is serving us. Some people might believe that a friendship should not serve you. I disagree. I think that every relationship, platonic or otherwise, you should be getting something out. It should be feeding you in some way, shape, or form. Because if it isn't, 9 times out of 10, it's draining you. So we're gonna go into this fake friend video, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit.
Let's play a game. You tell me if you can spot the similarity between all these pictures. Arlington teen recounts the moment when friends beat her and left her on the side of the road. 12-year-old Georgia boy suffered severe burns after 3 friends dumped boiling water on him during sleepover prank. Footage shows Alexis Skye and others allegedly assaulting her former best friend Anthony Gaskin in October 2024. Were you able to catch it? The similarity in all these tragic events were that they were transpired by so-called friends. In 2025, I want y'all to stop being so quick to call people your friends. Okay? I don't use the word friends loosely. I don't have a lot of friends, and I'm okay with that. I'm 29, I don't need a lot of friends. Prove them first. And honestly, some friends are just meant for a season in your life. Not everyone's meant to be in your life forever, and that's okay. As a creator, his name is Justin. He said when you're trying to evolve, people around you gonna have to go extinct. And you gotta be okay with that for your growth.
That's real. That's real. All right, Neci, what do you think about that?
I mean, no, I agree. The word friend is something I do not use very loosely, or I take it very seriously. I would say, hey, I know so and so, like we're cool, whatever, but it won't be like that's my friend. Like the friends that I have, we have a indebted long-term relationship, and nuance is not, welcomed. Because these new friends I seen that people haven't, that you would never even know me or my friends followed if we did.
I'd be wondering about how that happened, and it just from the outside looking in, it seemed like women friendships to be like they don't be built on substance. Like if you can't survive a trip to Miami, and that'll happen a lot. Like what was the friendship built on? So do you believe in testing your friends or your friendships?
Oh, I believe that the test will occur, whether premeditated or naturally. Situations come up in everybody's lives that your anticipation is that your friends would be supportive of, whether it's a positive or negative, and that determines like that base for you. And so, but I also think it's important that when you're having conversations with your friends, so the expectations of who you are and who they are is clear. Because I have friends that I don't talk to every day, that I don't even talk to every week, and maybe not even every 2 weeks. But when we do talk, we don't ever say, "Oh, may hear from you in so long." We don't do any of that. It's just like our life continues where it is. And I have friends that I talk to almost every day. I have friends that if I get to a certain place when I say supposed to be, like they're like, "Where you at?" And so there are parameters to who my friends are, who their personality is, and who like me and Joyce, like we're friends. We interact almost every day, but we don't talk every day. But we do make it a priority to check in with each other and say, "Hey, how are you doing? Where you at? Where's your mind space?" Blah, 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 blah. We do that. But so there's a clear difference. We have our lives. We know what our lives are entailed, and we know what's going on in each other's life. That takes us away from always being, having conversations. But it's not that we're disconnected. And I think that's super important. And it's not built on anything materialistic that can come and undo what we've built. And that's what I like about my friendships. It's based on real things. It is not based on anything that someone could just come and overtake. Like if you come and make more money, the other person who making less money don't feel like, oh my God, like they taking you on trips that we can't. It's never any of that. It's like, go have a great time. Like, what you wearing? Like, why your business? That's what happens. So yes, testing your friendship, I think, will happen whether you pre-plan it or not. I'm not for pre-planning tests. I don't have no new friends. I don't have to test them for anything. But things do happen in my life that would be considered a test, that they always live up to it, because I have an amazing village, and that village has extended to my kids, and their kids as well are in mine, and we just have that base. So I don't know what these problems here.
I don't believe in testing friendships. I believe in paying attention, and like paying attention to patterns, and really like seeing if the friendship is for you. Like, does this align with where I am in my life? Mm-hmm. Because us men, we can have a friend, right, that from like elementary school, but obviously if it's been 20-30 years, you guys' situation and who you are as a person has changed, and we'll keep a friend just because it's my boy from such and such, and still call him, even though who he is no longer aligns with who you are and where you are in life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you'll have a hanger on, you know what I'm saying? But I think we need to assess those friendships every so often. Like, does it still align with who I am, what I got going on? And I think we need to hold our friends accountable for like the positions they're playing in your life. If you got stuff going on, but you ain't got no village, and they don't never show up for you, like, you need to assess that and maybe rearrange the situation that y'all got going on. You check? Them things need to happen. We need to really be checking our friends. I think you should also be able to tell your friend when they're wrong. If you can't tell your friend when they're wrong, and that's your friend that you love, and you've been there for each other and all of this stuff, and you can't even tell, hey, I didn't like when you did that, or maybe you should apologize. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that kind of stuff, that is a fallout. Nah. Let me read some of these comments. Women ever fumble a good man? No, we're terrible. Jerica says, when I get hurt, Jerica says, when I get hurt, I'd sit and cry, but me chasing a soul, keep whatever you got, me want that. Life will throw those tests, no need to set up anything. Jamal says, no new friends. Life provides enough tests. You just need to be paying attention. Mm-hmm. You just need to be looking like every time you need something, do they come through when you need it? I'm not saying to keep score. I'm not saying to, because you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be keeping tabs. But do they offer something? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it always you that they trauma dumping on, but you can't talk to them when you want somebody to talk to? Those things are not what a friendship should be. Nothing should be one-sided. Tell them they're effing up. Yeah, they get too many people enabling other people. You're encouraging bad behavior, and that don't encourage growth. You should want to see your friend grow and be their best self too. But yeah, I think we're gonna lead off there. We're coming up on the top of the 2-hour mark. We appreciate you guys coming through. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Go ahead and share the live. Tell people about a different day with John and Neci. We're gonna be back next Sunday. Same time, same hour, between 4 and 6. We're working on a same different episode. I gonna get with Brenda Lee about her ice cream so she could get her ice cream. Look out for more giveaways. And what else? Follow us on Instagram at Same Difference 2022 and or on TikTok at Same_Difference_pod. YouTube is at VI_very_own. If you'd like to donate to the show, we have a PayPal. Let us know. We can send you a link. Neci, you got any final words that you want to leave for the people to take them through their week?
Absolutely. It is more important to like yourself than to love yourself. So work on appreciating yourself.
What I mean? No. You gotta explain that one.
So it means that the people, like, you love yourself, but do you like who you are as a person? Do you really accept yourself for your flaws? Do you accept yourself for your downfalls, for the things that you do wrong? Sometimes we're our own worst enemy. We beat up ourselves immensely when things happen. We are human. We make mistakes. So it's important to like who you are as a person and not just love on yourself. Like who you are and who you're growing into. And if you don't like it, change it.
Nice. Perfect. Well said. Yeah. I like that. All right. That's it for us, man. We out. Check you next week. It's been a different day with Ja and
Neci.
Have a good rest of your week. We love you. Peace.